Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Some of you expressed concern about the outcome of adding too many fish at one time, like the dozen fish that I added to this tank behind me. Let's talk about that and what was the outcome and what I did to prevent a deadly ammonia spike by overloading the tank with too much of a bioload too soon. Let's get into it. If you're new to the channel and you like to always be learning about how to take better care of our fish, be sure to hit that bell and that sub button and all that good stuff, and the thumbs up if you're so inclined. This tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content, you're getting something out of it, and it makes it more likely that YouTube is going to recommend the channel to other fish keepers. Okay? All right. Let's get into the topic. Normally, I would be very reluctant to add more than 4 to 6 fish at a time to any aquarium, and let alone one that was running with just a couple small fish in it and really didn't have a tremendous amount of beneficial bacteria going. You're only going to have the amount of beneficial bacteria to consume ammonia. You're only going to have the amount of beneficial bacteria that you've been feeding, and two small fish are not feeding that much beneficial bacteria. So the tank, you would think, was going to be very prone to being overloaded by adding a dozen fish all at once. So yeah, I was concerned, and I took some steps to make sure that the fish did okay in this move. The first thing I did was to make sure that I was keeping the ammonia levels down, and that was done with water changes. I was doing water changes like every other day, about 20% or so. Not too much. Again, I don't want to overstress the fish with too much fussing. 20-25% water changes every other day to keep the ammonia levels down. I also was adding every day beneficial bacteria from a bottle. I was using the Imaginarium product that is sold at Petco. I was all out of the Fritz Zyme 7, and so I was adding the Imaginarium beneficial bacteria in a bottle. Every day I was dosing the tank. And each time I would do a water change, of course, I would be adding water conditioner. In my case, I was adding Seachem Prime. Another trick that you can do, which I didn't do but is available to you, is you can use pads that are called ammonia pads. These pads are infused with something that helps them to absorb ammonia. These ammonia pads came from the Aquarium Co-op, and you can cut these shape and then just drop them into your filter, and they're supposed to absorb ammonia. I personally haven't tried them yet. I will, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I trust Corey over at the Aquarium Co-op, and I'm pretty sure they work, because otherwise he wouldn't carry it in the store. He's very good about testing things before he includes them in his inventory. So if you have to overload a tank, you received a big shipment, you had one of your tanks spring a leak, and you had to move all those fish to another tank. So if you suddenly have to really kick up the bioload in a tank, I suggest these steps. Water changes, if not daily, at least every other day, 20-25%, more if you like. Naturally, you'll be water conditioning for the full volume of the tank if you fill from the tap the way I do. So you'll be water conditioning with each water change. Also, the adding of bacteria. If you can add bottled bacteria, that certainly is okay. Even better, if you have the media from an established tank, let's say in the example of a tank that sprung a leak and you had to move all of that stock to another tank, bring over the beneficial bacteria infused media from the filters in that tank and drop them right into the tank in something like a mesh bag, like you saw me do in the unboxing video. daily doses of bacteria, media from an established tank, water changes, and you'll find that your fish will settle in fine. I still think that in an ideal world, 2, 4, maybe 6 fish added at one time is probably more ideal. But in the circumstances where you absolutely have to do it, we have to add a large increase in the bioload, in the waste production that's going to be occurring. Follow those steps, okay? Water changes, beneficial bacteria, and water conditioning on a daily basis. Usually, follow that routine for about a week to 10 days, and you'll find that the fish will start to look better and better and stronger and stronger. When fish are shipped to you, as in my case, they already arrive a bit exhausted. And then, like most African cichlids do, they then get into their pecking order battles when they get into a new territory. My flametail was a little beat up. Now my Benga sunshine looks a little bit beat up. So there's some battles going on right now. So there's some stress which can predispose these fish to illness. So you want to make the conditions as close to ideal as possible. And also in my case, I kept the lights out for a good portion of the day, and that helps them to kind of chill out a little bit. Even though I haven't been seeing a lot of fighting during, when lights are on. So I suspect that some of the nipping that's going on, some of the battles for pecking order, those are going on when the lights are out, or certainly when I'm not looking. So cichlids will do that sometimes. They'll fight in the dark. So that's it for this video. I appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to share your comments below about adding fish. If you've ever added a large number of fish, I'd like to hear how that went for you and what you did to help them settle in. And I hope to see you on Saturday, where we can talk about this and other subjects a lot more in a live setting with a great group of fish keepers. That's the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. It's Saturdays at 10 a.m. All right, hope to see you there. That's it for me. Bye-bye.